drink your water. Cheers.
Dance, sister. Smile, sister. Laugh, sister. Cry, sister. Yo, cry, sister. Don't hide, sister. Show the vibe, sister.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. My Instagram name is @itsqueenoumy. So today, the business or person that I wanted to shout out, I said in my last video I was going to start doing like shout outs to people that, you know, inspire me and that I see doing their thing. So this person I know very personally. This is my little sister. Her name is Yai. Her Instagram name is @TheRealAfricanDoll. She is really that, a doll. She has Mind Over Matter podcast on IGTV every Sunday, so tune in. She is very much mature beyond her years, very wise, and I definitely, she inspires me for sure. She also mentors and teach people how to trade Forex, digital currencies, or high frequency Forex. So if you guys are interested, make sure you inbox her, hit her up, and she'll definitely help you with the mentorship. She was my mentor for a while. She introduced me to Forex, and I fell in love with it. I love it. I definitely wanted to get some things situated before I started trading seriously. I never really traded. I always just traded on the demo account. I never really traded my own money. So, but practice makes perfect, and I'm definitely excited to start trading, and thanks to her for introducing me to that. So yes, that ties it for our, what we gonna call it? We're gonna call it Melanin Magic. Ooh, I like that. I definitely wanted to piggyback off of my last video, which was talking about mindfulness. In my last video, I spoke about Dr. Joe Dispenza and his teachings in the fact that brain and heart coherence creates the ability for you to heal your body through your mind. For more details on that, just watch my last video. Like the example that I gave in my last video was, you think what you feel and you feel what you think. So basically, what you choose to think about is what manifests in your reality, which manifests in the physical body. So that brings me to law of attraction. In order to practice the law of attraction, or what some people may call manifestation, you have to be very, very strategic in how you practice mindfulness. It requires a lot of faith. It requires a lot of belief. Okay, so the law of attraction manifests through your thoughts, your mind, and your imagination. It is a tool to create your reality as you want it. So, like I said previously, you definitely have to be very strategic in how you choose to manifest things into your life, because the universe doesn't pick out what you meant to manifest, or what you like. Prime example, when women that's been scorned, and rightfully so, like feel the way that they feel, and have trauma when it comes to relationships nowadays, our favorite thing to say is, and it's like, okay, if we keep saying that, this is what we're speaking into our life. This is what we're speaking and affirming to our life. So what happens? Our experiences start to confirm our thoughts, because what we feel is what we think, and what we think is what we feel. So our experiences start to confirm our thoughts, which starts to confirm our experiences, which starts to confirm our thoughts. And what happens? You run into that. This is proof. What I'm going through is proof that, but what we're not realizing is us saying that, we're affirming that into our life. We're literally manifesting that into our life, and the universe is not going to do anything but give us what we ask. You ask and you shall receive. A way that we could manifest what we want and avoid manifesting what we don't want, you be specific in what you want. So you would say, although I've experienced unfortunate situations in my past relationship which caused me to have traumatic responses and triggers to certain situations, those experiences has guided me to become wiser and more aware of how I show up in a relationship. In my new relationship, it will be healthier because now I know what an unhealthy relationship looks like. You are acknowledging the fact that, okay, I have had some, but those made me a better person for my next partner. Just redirect that. So utilizing the law of attraction is very powerful. You're telling yourself that I have the power to create my reality. Although I cannot control certain circumstances, what I can control is how I choose to show up in the world every day. It's extremely important. Like it definitely gives you a certain mindset shift. As long as I keep putting forth the effort, as long as I keep putting in the work, as long as I keep believing in myself, it has no choice but to pan out because the universe owes that to me. So I broke down the law of attraction in steps and how you can achieve manifestation through law of attraction. So first is gratitude. Be grateful for what you already have. You know what I'm saying? Like we tend to look at what we want so much coming from a place of lack, like, oh, I need this, I gotta get this, I can't wait till, and we're never being mindful or being in the moment and just being grateful for what we have now. Practice gratitude. Gratitude will take you a long way. You cannot focus on what you don't have and be grateful for what you do have at the same time. Your brain doesn't work like that. Your brain can only focus on what you don't have or what you do have. So it's a choice of what you choose to think about. The next step would be being specific in what you want. I used to say, oh, I want me a tall, fine chocolate, this and that. He gotta be his teeth gotta be super white. He gotta know how to dress. He gotta be far waves on point. But then you get to spend time with that manifestation and you start to realize, like, dang, I thought I wanted this, but this is not what I wanted at all. Like, yeah, you fine and all, but you're kind of inconsiderate. Yeah, you fine and all, but you don't have no regards for my time. You don't respect me. Oh, yeah, you fine and all, but you're not emotionally available. But I also want somebody that's caring, that's loving, that loves his family, that loves my family, someone who's a hard worker, someone who's smart, someone who's willing to learn, someone who's compassionate, willing to compromise, that is emotionally available, you know what I'm saying? Like, emotionally vulnerable. That is specific in what you want. All right, so the next step after that would be visualization or imagining. So once you know what you want and you know exactly how you want it, imagine it. You know what I'm saying? Imagine that you already have it. Imagine what it would feel like. Visualize yourself in the things that you aspire to have or in the things that you aspire to do. Visualize yourself actually doing it. It's a powerful tool. Your mind doesn't know the difference between current event and past events. So if that's the case, if your mind doesn't know the difference between current events and past events, then that also means that when you're imagining something, your mind doesn't know the difference between whether it's reality or whether it's not. Have you ever had a dream where you go to bed and you wake up and you're like, damn, I thought that was real? Like, sometimes your mind won't be able to tell whether it's real or not until your consciousness kicks in, and that's when you'll be. But when we're talking about the brain in general, it can't tell the difference. So if I'm imagining it, I'm also feeling as if I already have it. Do you see where I'm going with this? It's literally going full circle. I hope it makes sense though. The last step I would say is to feel like you already have it. it's a certain level of peacefulness that someone has when they know what's up. Like, you know, that saying, what's understood ain't got to be explained. Like, somebody who's sure of themselves or who's sure of what they got going on, they ain't got to say too much. They ain't got to do too much because they know what it is. What's understood ain't got to be explained. That has to be your relationship with what you want to manifest. Like, feeling like you already have it, moving and acting as if you already have it. So there's a few little habits that you can do that helps you, you know, create your reality or manifest the things that you want using the law of attraction, vision boards, and affirmations. So with vision boards, I was actually introduced to the law of attraction at a very young age. I want to say I was like 10 or 11. My auntie Eva, may she rest in peace, she introduced us. Like, one day she called my mom and was like, hey, I want to have a movie night with your kids, and we're all just going to get some food and we're going to do vision boards. So the movie that she brought over was called The Secret. The Secret is now on Netflix if you guys are interested in watching. Very simply put, like, I loved it, and that's something I used to watch all the time as a kid. It just fascinated me. But she introduced me to vision boards, and ever since then, I just been on my vision boards. I'm gonna actually insert a picture so that you guys can see, like, I've been collecting vision boards. I made my first vision board when I was like 11. And then I started being consistent with them since I was like 20. So I have a few vision boards. I haven't made one for this year yet, but we're going to definitely do that. Affirmations, you know, affirming the things that you want into your life. I'm big on that too. I now actually, on my new Instagram page, I make affirmation posts. And most of those posts are my own affirmations that I made up. And some of those are some that I just saw and that I really liked, but most of them are affirmations that I write to myself, and I just go in my notebook and, you know, copy them off my notebook and post them. Like, me personally, I have a mantra. So I feel like affirmations and mantras is different, because I feel like an affirmation, I would say, with any circumstances. The mantra is something that you're going through in a certain time of your life, and that you're using that to get you through that certain time. So like on my mirror, whenever I'm going through something, or just I need a daily reminder, I write on my mirror. You know, now I have the affirmation or the mantra that I have on my mirror now says, like, I will not make permanent decisions based off of temporary situations. And that's just going, you know, into like a recent death that we had in the family and things like that. So that inspired me to write that, just to remind myself, like, you know, this too shall pass. Like, what you feed your brain, that's literally what your brain is thriving off of. So the more you give yourself affirmations, the more your brain starts to look for affirmations, the more your brain starts to think about affirmations. Another manifestation habit using the law of attraction is guided meditation. And I say guided meditation because listening to someone while meditating helps you visualize what you're meditating about. So I listen to great meditations on YouTube. And it's this woman. I literally can like picture how I feel like she looks, but she sounds beautiful, and her voice is like so beautiful and so soothing. Like, last tip or the last habit that I would give, it kind of ties into affirmation, but that's just speaking things into existence. Like, speak things as if it's already there. So the quote of the day is, the man that said he could and the man that said he couldn't were both right. You're only as powerful as your thoughts. You're only as strong as your thoughts. So that ties back into mindfulness and how you think and redirecting your thoughts. That ties into knowing and believing that what you want out of life is going to come to fruition. It's going to manifest into your life. My name is Esther Hicks, but she goes by Abraham. Now, Abraham is an entity that takes over her body, as she explains it. Abraham is an entity that takes over her body, that has transcended through the universe, and is able to give a certain level of awareness to other people, like their mission. Abraham is an author of the book The Vortex, The Law of Attraction, and Asking It Shall Be Given. Sole purpose is to educate people on the law of attraction and entering the vortex. Based off of what Abraham says, the vortex is the energy field where it's possible to manifest anything that you want. And that's like the best way I can put it, honestly. And how they describe the vortex is the most divine and blissful place or state that you can be mentally and emotionally and spiritually. Abraham is also long-winded. So if you're the type of person that you like to watch things that you just need to get straight to the point, that's probably not the best example for you, because that they are very long-winded in their responses, but it all makes sense. They definitely believe that in order to put yourself in a position to manifest or to fulfill this yourself while on this earth is to align yourself with the higher power. Given the importance of mindfulness and manifestations, or the law of attraction, I believe it is extremely crucial for people to know that all the tools that we need to better ourselves or to become the best version of ourselves are within us. Healing begins with what?
Healing begins and ends with self. Duh.
I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am rich, I am that bitch. I am gonna go get that bag, and I am not gonna take your shit. I am protect.